this year, and this is number 53.
Wow.
This year, right? So we have a couple more. We have an ensemble of mandolin players coming on Sunday the 10th. And we also have a Kwanzaa performance on the 27th of December. So the month is filled. All the holidays are covered, and we're very excited to bring you Judith and Naomi and our poet Jack. Yes. So just a couple of housekeeping things. We do have the restrooms on the lower level. I think most of you know. Downstairs, and afterwards we'll go downstairs and we'll have a little reception. I have some wine, there's some water, there's some cookies, and there's some honey gifts. Yes. The good stuff, yes, it's dark chocolate. We found the good stuff, right? So,
There's a nanny candy, milk chocolate.
I like milk chocolate too.
But it's good. And for a holiday and to celebrate, why not share something delicious and sweet? So that's what we'll enjoy. Stop. Without further ado, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you, Helen. It is a delight to be here. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming out when you could have been home eating snacks and watching Netflix. So anybody who comes out for a live performance, I value you tremendously.
Especially on a weeknight.
Yeah, really, you know, absolutely. So, I just have to make the comment that, you know, they would say, without further ado. Just once, I want to hear somebody say, with further ado. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's the further ado.
Yes.
Or if you don't, it'll be further and don't.
Yes.
So I'm delighted to have Naomi, who many of you know because she's a Maple Grove regular. Although I suppose the people who live underneath the ground are really the Maple Grove regulars. Permanent. Someday I will be a permanent resident here, so I enjoy the concept of like playing a gig above ground and knowing that I can still play gigs when I'm below ground.
Well, the object of doing so many programs here, you know, dozens and dozens of programs, is that all of them, they're dedicated to somebody or sometimes a group of people who are buried here, and the idea is just to keep their names, you know, in conversation and make sure that we remember everybody. And there's something like 17,000 residents. It's a lot of people.
A lot of people.
So a lot of people to remember, which means that there's always some kind of program that's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't have a program on me to announce who it is we're honoring tonight.
Yeah.
I did know, and here we have somebody who actually does know, so we can at least say something.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm unprepared. All right, so let's see. We are honoring today. This is dedicated to Seth and Rosina Levine. Okay, interesting spelling.
That was John Williams' piano teacher, Rosina Levine.
Oh.
And she has a house in Kew Gardens. I think it's on Beverly, but if you go up the hill where all the mansions are and you walk around there's actually a plaque in front of their house.
They are famed Russian pianists, and both won the gold medal at the Moscow Imperial Conservatory. Very impressive.
Rosina Levine was John Williams' music teacher, and a few years ago we actually did a May the 4th Be With You concert that was dedicated to sci-fi compositions, and it was in honor of Rosina Levine. All right, shall we?
We shall. What do we do when we see money?
Exodus.
Thank you.
So want to give me a little intro there?
first featured poet, Jack Zaffos.
Hi,
There you go.
all right, thank you very much, Judith. I'll be doing some poems. I'll be also, with a few other people, will be reading poetry as well. So,
Can you move the mic closer to your mouth?
Thank
I
you.
can't, I don't hear that well.
okay, how's this right
No,
now?
it's better, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm very honored to be reading, and I have here some flyers here from a group called the Performance Poets Association, which operates in Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk County, and we have various events in those counties. So I will. I'm going to leave this.
Yeah, put them here for now.
And then I can do.
Yeah, we can also bring them downstairs afterwards
Yeah.
where all the goodies are. You can help yourself to goodies and flyers.
Okay, so.
Although the goodies taste better.
I do have I'll be reading from two of my books, Lyrics from the Singing Stream and Song Lines in the Wilderness, and I do have some books for sale for $10. So let me start reading. There we go. Okay, this is going to be called Walking a Dark Night, Holding a Guiding Light. And it's about a season of darkness and light, and which is a theme of a lot of poems can be reading tonight. This is called Walking a Dark Night, Holding a Guiding Light. In the beginning, in the quiet of the night unknown, a time of the uncertain, where the path is not yet taken, where the known is shed like old skin, walking the dark night, holding a guiding light, walking the dark night, holding a guiding light. The calm before the fears, the joys and suffering that must come, seen through a new window, holding a new mirror, new visions seen on a new trail on the hillside, walking the dark night, holding a guiding light, walking the dark night, holding a guiding light, trembling the knee steps from familiar to new gardens of delight. The zephyrs will still unfold you, and new faces befriend you, and repose is still a friend when suffering comes again. I breathe out the old, I breathe in the new, but mostly may breathe in the clear, walking the dark night, holding a guiding light, walking the dark night, holding a guiding light. This is called I Prayed with Shades of Color. Today I prayed with shades of color and I felt a response enter the heart as light vibrations and waves of beauty. Waves that link the one being to a place of deepest presence, a rainbow that calls me to compliment. I felt the balm of the green, the flame of the red, and the clarity of the blue, and they entered my throat and gave me a new song to sing. And I sang it from the soul, and in that moment, there was a pristine clarity. I bowed and walked on. This is called Master of Keys. Master of keys, jingling, masters of gates, guarding the secrets of the sky, master of explanations not known, keeper of the seasons, months, and years. Sometimes I hear your keys jangling when the winds blow and the shrubs by the street do their dance of praise. Master of keys, my thoughts of your secrets bring me fear, for thoughts of the unknown can be terrifying. Master, will you open your gates for a glimpse? You answer me, no, no, no. But most of all, you tell me, be not afraid. I'll do a couple more so I can get room for others. Okay, this is Hanukkah. It just starts tomorrow. So this is called What Light Shines Tonight. What light shines tonight? I see the flicker, and I must know. The first light shines a flicker, a glowing, growing spirit, amidst the dark night of oppression. What light shines tonight? I see the flicker, and I must know. Two lights shine, spirits are shared, the light is glowing a little more amidst the dark night of oppression. What light shines tonight? I see the flicker, and I must know. The flickering flowed to number 3, an increase in hope that there's a bit more to go amidst the dark night of oppression. What light shines tonight? I see the flicker, and I must know. Look now, therefore, 4 lights shine the steady amber orb amidst the dark night of oppression. What light shines tonight? I see the flicker, and I must know. 5 lights dancing proudly in space. As we gaze, there is hope in our hearts amidst the dark night of oppression. What light shines tonight? I see the flicker, and I must know. The majestic lights are now 6, standing in a row like a silent, peaceful army amidst the dark night of oppression. What light shines tonight? I see the flicker, and I must know. The sparks move to 7. A spirit is aglow, illuminating illusions that now drift away amidst the dark night of oppression. What light shines tonight? I see the flicker, and I must know. The lights now blaze on at 8. The time has come to chant calls of freedom. The truth can be seen, and the light is so bright, illuminating the dark night of oppression.
This is an original song by myself and Deb Kamen. You can actually find it on YouTube. It's called Nesgadol Hayasham, a great miracle happened there. Let me just move this out of the way. You know what to do.
Okay.
You'll know Naomi. She always knows what to do. In So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this program with Jack is because neither one of us is what you'd call a traditional Jew. Jack is Jewish with Buddhist influences, and I am culturally Jewish and pagan. So this is going to be, for anybody who was expecting lots and lots of rah, 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 you're not going to find it here. You're going to get me. So this poem is called I Am Jewish Because. I am Jewish because my mother was a Jew and named me Yehudit to honor the memory of her father. He was named for Judah Maccabeus, who fought for Jewish freedom to live and worship as we choose. As a Jewish female, I was taught that women light the Sabbath candles. Women welcome the Sabbath bride. My grandfather Judah taught that Jews must question everything. But by questioning everything, I learned that the Sabbath bride is the mother goddess, and so I could not be a monotheist. I could not worship a patriarchal God because I am Jewish and always question everything. And I am Jewish because by questioning everything, I learned my body follows a lunar calendar. Tides are governed by the moon. But if the Sabbath bride is the mother goddess who governs the cycle of the moon, then being a woman, I cannot believe Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, the Lord is one. As a Jewish female, I was taught that women light the Sabbath candles. Women welcome the Sabbath bride. But by questioning everything, I learned that to honor my father and my mother, I could not be a monotheist. I could not worship a patriarchal God because I am Jewish and always question everything. And I am Jewish because by questioning everything I learned that if the Sabbath bride is my mother goddess, then there must be more than one God, and therefore I cannot believe that Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, the Lord is one. To follow our forefathers blindly would be to cease to be Jewish. And I was named for Judah Maccabeus, who fought for my freedom to live and worship as I choose. And so, to honor my father and my mother, I cannot believe Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, the Lord is one. I cannot be a monotheist. I will not worship a patriarchal God because I am Jewish and always question everything. I was a little nervous about doing that one. I was like, they're gonna go come after me with pitchforks and torches. I'm also very much a feminist. You may observe this phenomenon.
Here, here.
Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Let me see where we are in the scheme of things. There used to be a clock here, I think. Oh, okay, we're good.
About 20 minutes.
Okay. So this one, especially since we're here where we are, at Maple Grove, which is both an art center and a cemetery. Wait, we're both right. This piece is called The Yahrzeit for the Childless Women. It was written half my lifetime ago when I was 35. And my mother was suffering from Alzheimer's and in the process of leaving us. So this is the Yahrzeit for the childless women. I stand here for the daughterless women, my aunt and great aunts, who gave without thought of receiving, bottomless vessels pouring unconditional love. Childless women, with you I stand as your spirit daughter. For you I will light the candles and wonder who will one day light mine. Ironic that now, as my mother lies wasted, lost, silent, drowning in the Alzheimer's sea, only now do I step back to wonder at the view from the center. I stand at the midpoint, Janice looking forward and behind, only now comprehending the meaning of rebirth, only now truly able to return your love and bear you honor. Grateful for the remaining time, I prepare for the changes. Embracing the crone, I anticipate the return to spirit who will be reborn a child in the mother's arms. For the children of other women to be loved unconditionally, for my aunts, for the daughterless, childless women, I will light the candles, for without you, I would stand alone. This one needs a little bit of an introduction. I also have studied tarot over the years, and I learned about how tarot is apparently based on the Kabbalah. That makes it Jewish. And it's about the journey of emergence and the journey of return. When we're younger, we're on the journey of emergence. We're on a road, we're going forward, we're looking forward, and as we get older, which many of us are, we begin at some point in time to go on to that journey of return. And we don't necessarily know when it happens, but it starts to. So this is a poem called I Died. I died. Sometime over the past bunch of years it happened. No one noticed. It was a gradual thing. I never nosedived off a cliff or walked into the path of an oncoming train or anything like that. I sort of disappeared over time until one day, poof, into a puff of mist I went. No fanfare, no FBI investigations. I wasn't abducted by aliens or anything cool like that. I just died. I became some form of vapor. Not like Vicks Vapor Rub or e-ciggies, or the kind of vapor that steams up mirrors where you can't see your own reflection, but you know that somewhere in there, you're still in there, you exist, except I ceased to. I was nada, I was no more, I was Ein Sof, no thing. I'd returned to before the beginning. It was a long, arduous journey, but I never bothered to bring snacks or pack a lunch. Lunch is not needed where I was going. I was headed straight on into rewind. No emergence, only return, but without the 5-cent deposit on the vessel. Along the way, I passed others, headed elsewhere, the opposite direction, I suppose. They never saw me. I wouldn't have expected them to. They were hell-bent on emerging. Cute, actually. Off you go, I thought, until I ceased to think. Thinking requires tangibility to think with. You can't think without some form of molecular substance. And when I died, I lacked that. So much for thought. Highly overrated, that's what I would have thought. Then one day, while I was dead, there was an explosion. Just a teeny one, a couple of puny molecules formed from the stray atomic matter that was feeling its oats. Looky there, all those molecules dancing a Kazatsky and taking shape. Light created energy. Or was it the other way around? I can't remember, because I was kind of focused on no thing at the time. There were no directions, no up or down or north or south, east, west. There was, who the hell knows what, because no one was there. Those molecules stretched, connected, subdivided, until one day there were cities, and subways, and satellites, and sandwiches, and blammo, there was the internet. With so many others skittering about, shouting their inflated self-importance to the rooftops, and to anyone else who might take a split-second moment to hear them. Wowie zowie, there was a huge clatter and clamor like no thing I've ever heard. So I about-faced and headed back again. What an adventure. I'll tell you about it sometime, or maybe not. Anyway, at the end I died, and no one knows. They haven't lynched me yet. Maybe you will now. Let me see where we are in the scheme of things. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, this was actually very recent. Just a couple of months ago. I was listening to a live stream of friends of mine who live stream a lot on Twitch. And while I was listening to their open mic and getting inspired, listening to the poets and the musicians, this fell out, as poems do. Those of you who are poets know that they just kind of fall out. I am not a cis woman, but I have a lot of sisters. I realized that when I looked around and noticed how many women call me cis. I am not a queer woman, but I am unusual. I realized that when I said, I'd rather have a Neumann microphone than a Caribbean vacation, and a friend told me, you're an unusual woman. I am not a chick, but I am a wise owl. I realized that when I noticed how much advice I dispensed to protect young hatchlings from the crap I went through. I am before pronouns were a choice, before gender identification was a thing, before the web, before cellular devices, before girl or lady was dropped as a modifier, when girls and women had few choices, when being an only child was weird, when let daddy do it was a command I rebelled against, when not having children was a choice I made, when being an old spinster was still a thing, but no longer is one. I was in time for civil rights. I was in time for the moon landing. I was in time for the feminist movement. I was in time for the sexual revolution. I was in time for disco. I was in time for the 80s. I was in time for 50 is the new 30, 60 is the new 40, and 70, is the new 70. I am before boomer was an epithet. I am before Wordle scores. I am before Roe v. Wade was legalized. But I took a lot of heat when I warned that it could be taken away. And then it was. No, I'm not a queer person or a cis woman or a chick. I'm definitely unusual and older and wiser and proud to be a woman of a certain age who has made it this far with one name and no spouses attached to mine. Okay, you want another feminist poem?
Yes.
Okay, I'll say it in one. This is called Familiarity Breeds Contempt. It would seem at last call I've gotten wiser. Your words don't chop me up or make me cry or leave me bleeding like they used to. I've learned to stand way back and listen while you let them fly way past my ears, and this time they'll do no damage. It's a cultural thing, that second-generation Jewish male attitude, self-righteous, self-important smugness, the I'm right, you're all morons, tone of voice that pushes me out and holds the world at bay, keeps me more than an arm's length away from touching you in secret places or wanting to hold you where you really are. I know you're scared. You can't fool me. You don't know much more than I do. Thus I become your unacknowledged enemy, a Jewish female who knows too much, who knows your secrets, sees your fears. This irks you. It stings like wasps in the curl of your hair. You haven't got much nerve, but I'm getting on it. So lust for the golden-haired blonde sheiks of beauty, and leave me in corners to know what I know. I see through your guises, your faux sensitivo veneer of new age philosophy. But when push comes to shove, bub, I'm right here beside you to smooth ruffled feathers, pick you up when you fall. I'm the good Jewish mother to kiss it all better, patch up your pride till you shine just like new, and then fire your Portnoy shots once again. It's about lots of ones. You think there's only one? Every woman in this room knows there's more than one.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a few minutes left, and
About 5 minutes.
yeah, so we're gonna do
Ocho Candelitas?
we're gonna do an audience participation number. Oh no, the dread sing along. I wanted to do something to honor Jack, who is our featured poet today, Jack Zappos. I am an Ashkenazi Jew, as are lots and lots and lots of us. Jack is Sephardic, so I wanted to do a Sephardic harvest.
Me too.
Can you count to 8? I think you can.
Isn't this in Ladino? Is that
It
the
is.
language?
It is. It is in Ladino. And let's see. All right. Let's do this in A minor.
Okay, you're the boss.
Okay. So I'm going to teach you guys the chorus because you don't think you're going to sit here without working. Candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Cuando calenda está aquí, ocho candelas para mí. Cuando calenda está aquí, ocho candelas
Yeah.